details of the DEA. Feds have been all over me for a while now. Did they follow you here? No. See that through. Never covered their head. It's alright. Enough operation dragging a bunch of cops. How can you be so sure? It's a long time for basic stuff. It's about the time we started this little adventure. DEA in particular. Brother-in-law is taking an interest in my activities. You're just telling me this now. Well, Walter, what are you doing here? You're in the badge meeting. Might as well get this over. Come in, join us. Your cards. Mark them down the line. Wake up, it's almost Jimmy time. Hey, what's up, telling me?
May I present?
Oh man, this is some old bullshit.
No chicken. Get that bucket.
Imagine, if you can believe it, a whole other world within this universe. In that world, people found supreme bliss in what can best be described as lucid dreams. Reality became blurred, or rather, redefined. But outside of their flawless reality, the problems of the material world remained. And in the end, the cold, hard truths of the real world caught up to them in the reality to which they had escaped. Deep in the dark ruins, another soul who was fleeing destruction discovered the final remains of this world. These two terminals were once a means for the dreamers to manage the outside world. Now, they form part of the mage's collection. The mage once tried to form a world from things she had gleaned in her eclectic experience, but as the calm observer, she never found that spark of inspiration to bring everything together. Before fate caught up to the wandering mage, she paid one more visit to her wise and learned friends. She learned much during their time together, and although she did not find the answer, her loneliness faded away in time. But as she and her friends crafted other wondrous worlds together, she finally realized the missing piece in the world she dreamed of creating. A vibrant, captivating protagonist. The glorious traveler and their impeccable companion were the perfect candidates. She was filled with hope. The lucid dream of a lost civilization was built anew, and the mage's vast collection now had a world to call home. After sojourning for so long, it was time for her to leave lest the destruction catch up with her. And in any case, a new story had now begun.
Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon.
Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon. Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon.
Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon.
Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon. Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon. As you wish. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
sorry. Fuck.
I have high hopes for this journey. Shower me with praise.
Rise with the sun!
The show begins. Yoo-hoo! Illusion shot!
Silence! An oversight on my part.
Don't look at me like this.
Materials. you want.
Popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Yeah, journalist.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye. Marjorie! Oh, hello, Bennett. I haven't seen you for a long time.
No, it's just I got myself into a tight spot out there.
What else is new? So, what do you...
Oh, I was just checking in to see if the stuff I ordered last time was ready.
You mean Herman's custom...
That's right! An adventure map drawn personally by Herman, the great adventurer.
Well, it did arrive, but unfortunately, most of the goods were fine, but since the adventure map was an ink drawing...
What? Oh, shoot. That's such a
Yes, I am the one who has to bear the loss after all. Maybe I should reconsider whether I'm happy to accept orders from Bennett in the future.
Okay, well, do you have any alchemist's goggles? I've been thinking about replacing the old goggles on my head for a long time. When you wear them, you can see all the elements, even the slightest traces of...
Oh, I'm afraid these alchemists... I talked to that alchemist, Timaeus. He told me there's no such thing.
Oh, are you kidding me? My hopes dashed yet again. Well, how about some slime gel gloves? They exist, right? No matter what the weather, they can grip onto rock when climbing.
Those do exist. Unfortunately, we sold out of them just yesterday.
It's okay. No big deal. I'm pretty much used to coming home empty-handed when I go. Don't let it bother you. Oh, hey! We've been hanging out for a while now. You must be getting... Hi, Sarah.
I'm so sorry.
Huh? How come?
Well, how can I put this? An entire delegation from Snezhnaya has come to stay at the Goth Grand Hotel, and they asked us to provide a meal service. So, although you might not see many people here, the kitchen, they really know how to rope people into
Yeah. Would have thought we'd have so much trouble just trying to get some food. In which case, there probably isn't much we can do about... Well, how about we just head to Mondstadt General Goods? What do you think? You're... Huh. That's strange. The owner, Blanche, isn't here. That's really rare. Let's go over there and see what that sign says.
this for real? A discount? I mean, I've never had such... It must... Then again, shall we... When Blanche come... After all... It must be an emergency. Patience is a Do you think that... I'm getting a bit worried. Come on. I don't usually, but... Blanche probably... I guess I over... That's right.
Oh,
Blanche! I was getting
oh, nothing. But why?
closed. We didn't...
That the half price.
Oh. Thanks. So... No matter what, it's getting a... So... That is...
Strike a pose. Shower me with praise.
Welcome to Mondstadt.
Strike a pose. Shower me with praise. Yoo-hoo!
Hydro tool. Okay. Wait.
The boss can be found in an underwater cave west of Chemin de l'Espoir. Geo Traveler for the majority of the fight. I like it here because I'm in one hit, as you can see. As you can see, the boss is immune to Hydro, so perhaps don't bring a Hydro DPS. Otherwise, it just has those little minions which we do want to kill on sight, because otherwise the boss will teleport over to it and eat it, and it will become big, and we don't want that. It will be staggered if you kill the minion while it is eating it, but I don't personally feel like risking it, so I'm not going to do that. Otherwise, it has this big ol' rain thing, which you can avoid pretty easily. Just don't stand in the AoEs and you're good to go. That move is quite good for Row 3. Throw rocks at it.
Let's go gather some samples. I guess the housework can wait. all messed up. Fire it up!
Wrath from the sky!
I'll uproot you! I've not finished my research. Don't get too close! I couldn't save him.
There is hope! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Light it up! Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop me!
Shine down! Absurd! There is no escape!
Time to buckle down. Light of the blazing sun! Is this our fate?
As you wish.
All of it, whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request. Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Switching gears. Rev the engines!
have high hopes for this journey.
Shine down! Rise with the sun!
One with the force. Yeah.
Illusion shattered! Light it up! Rev the engine! Shine down! Rise with the sun! There is no escape! Burn it down! Wrath from the sky! Rise with the sun! Try and stop me! Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
The show begins! Let the world collide!
Pyroclastic surge! Light it up!
May I
There is no escape!
pres-
you Forest? I suggest that you keep your eyes and ears open. Take care of yourself. And if anything...
The pleasure is all mine.
Boring! Isn't there anything more shower me with praise!
Rise with the sun! Try and stop me!
Burn it down!
Strike a pose!
Try and stop me!
Hip.
Illusion shattered!
Light it up!
Yoo-hoo!
poses no threat to me. Settle down!
Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge!
The show begins! Present! There is no escape! Light it up!
the sun! Light of the blazing sun!
Strike a pose! Yoo-hoo!
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
So 10 times Stewie and Brian had the weirdest relationship in Family Guy. Or at the time Stewie and Brian traveled to China to meet with his parents after Stewie's big secret in China doll. So Brian's really excited to show Stewie what he's been working on. Something that will no doubt leave a lasting legacy until our grandchildren's grandchildren know.
Show him your praise!
Shine down! Burn it down!
Show instincts, Brian. Return to doggy. Probably like the third worst thing in the world. I've seen some things you people did. So Stu decides to clean it up and notices a familiar pattern. In China? No Chinese? Are you telling me Stewie has never looked at Rupert's butt before? I know far too much about this baby and bear's love life. But Stewie's over the moon to know living with a multicultural relationship. Why you dressed like that? Oh my god, that is such a cute monkey. Picked him up. He just wants semi-correct pronunciation away from being that Irish vampire in Sinners. But while he tries to embrace Rupert's heritage, he feels sad that Rupert isn't getting the real experience. You want to see your homeland again? You want to find your parents? Wait, did Rupert come from that factory in the States? Or is that bear...
Illusion shattered!
Strike a pose!
And so Stewie and Brian travel to try to eventually find the factory, but those aren't just random workers who happen to be on duty today. What are you talking about? They've got Rupert's dead, glossy eyes, and everything. Someone here who'd like to say hello? Okay. Yes, it's your son, Rupert! Well, even though this is about as heartwarming as a block of ice, Stewie's all ready to meet his moose folks. Even if they don't understand a lick of what he's saying. We don't hold it against you for giving up Rupert, even though it did mess him up some. Okay, despite that, Stewie still manages to force his way into these people. Someone has to try to come.
Light it up!
Misunderstanding or a danger to the country? Now see the baby dog is a threat to national security. You're under arrest. This espionage against China. Well, Stewie will be locked up with his boyfriend. Sorry, Brian, you're just gonna have to find your own. This is outrageous. I'm not a spy, and I'm not doing your prison way. Yes, you're the lumpy. Obvious, huh? This Chinese lunar calendar is really giving the astrology girls a run for their money. But if they want to escape, they're gonna need to come up with a highly sophisticated plan. Never touch a pen again and just go into excavating full time. I'm so serious. But it turns out that prisons don't like it when their prisoners escape, so they give chase throughout China. You've only made me clueless. You should know by now. There's only one way out of China. Good behavior? A well-choreographed musical number? Oh crap, this isn't a Room 2 episode. Ran out someone else. Well, enjoy China, Chris. That's what you get for downloading TikTok. Now that that's out of the way, Brian and Stewie reflect on their Chinese adventure. Yeah! And after lunch, you'll be watching the live stream. Yeah! Typical European, right? Still, there is something heartwarming about Brian tagging along with Stewie for this guided trip to the east. Next time, just take a trip to Chinatown. I doubt Stewie will be able to tell the difference. But a deep-sea fishing trip will lead Brian to have to save Stewie from drowning in the Lawyer Guy. So tonight the family's having slop for dinner. There's only one food on Brian's lobster. Your lobster today is still and your recipe. Well, it probably helps that it looks like vomit, which is considered a delicacy in the dog world.
Shower me with praise!
As you can imagine. Brian's still craving lobster the next day, so he and Stewie go right up the try. Hey guys, you're cutting your line. It starts back there. That is a lot of people looking to spend $25 on a glorified seat of rock.
Full throttle!
a bear or more of a metaphorical one? You know what? I don't care what you do. I'm going back to save Rupert. The pressures of the deep proved to be too much for Stewie to handle as he slips into unconsciousness, accepting his fate alongside his best friend. Make that his second best friend. Brian earned his spot as a best friend for life with that. Despite his reservations, Brian's always willing to put his life on the line to save Stewie, even if it also means saving a bear that nearly gets him killed. Look, we all have our unhealthy habits. You think watching Family Guy all day every day doesn't
Boring.
But you may be one of the millions grappling with vaping habits, and that's where Fume comes in. Fume does away with the harmful chemicals from vapor by offering a flavored air alternative that's 100% nicotine-free. On your wellness journey. Now, back to the video. But when Stewie becomes terrified of dying and moms the word, Brian tries to find a way to reassure him about the beauty of life. So while attending the funeral of Peter's mother, Stewie makes some questionable assumptions about himself.
Who ate a poisonous mushroom this time?
Of course you are. You're gonna die, Brian.
Let's get out there and make some friends.
Correct. Anybody with that many t-shirts will never
Wait for my signal.
You can kill the man. The idea. You are going to die someday, Stewie.
Witness mine!
You learn something new every day. And there's a lot more about life for him to learn. Love, happiness, taxes. That last one is optional. Sure. This new information proves to
There is no escape! Time to buckle down. Pyroclastic surge!
The universe is truly a mystery. Except for
Time to shine!
Wrath from the sky! The flame burns on.
This taste for the religion is starting to make a little more sense, but Stewie can't decide which of these beliefs is the correct one, so he decides to see what Brian's taking.
Fire it up!
The show begins!
Rise with the sun! Shine down! Now you shall perish!
How brilliant!
Illusion shattered! Light it up! Light up the blazing sun! Shine down! Burn it down! Not bad! Pyroclastic surge! Is this our fate?
The show begins! How brilliant!
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Next 20 years. And friends don't let the other die of Cootie. At least that's what Brian has to deal with when Stewie thinks he's dying and Cootie in the blowhard. So one of Stewie's classmates comes up to him with some earth-shattering news.
I recently found out
definitely get a second opinion on that. Cooties is one of the most misdiagnosed illnesses in the US. Turns out, one fateful sharing of Play-Doh may have been enough to pass the disease on to Stewie.
You mean I paid the Play-Doh? Everyone you ever paid Play-Doh with paid with? I've been paid!
Such a shame, because this experience has probably scared Stewie out of eating Play-Doh for the rest of his life. God, what I wouldn't give for a hot dough right now. So Stewie decides to get checked out by whoever's turn it is to play doctor today. Oh crap, it's Doug. Any reason? No. Any ouchies or uh-ohs? Stop basically beating around the bush and just give it to him straight, Doc. Seeing as how you did. Test positive for cooties. That's terrible! Well, sounds like it's time to swing by the pretend funeral home next door and pick out the best coffin for Stewie. But instead, Stewie tries to find some alternative methods of healing.
You can literally vibrate disease out of the body. The opposite of that.
So what he's saying is that Stewie just needs a good shake? You know, medical experts I just made up have been saying that's good for toddlers for years.
Aren't you being a little dramatic with this cooties thing? Brian, this is the Flintstones cocktail I have to take every day.
Oh, he's on the good stuff. I think my life took a noticeable downward trajectory after I stopped taking my sour Flintstone gummies. But Brian's such a good friend that he continues to humor Stewie's shenanigans.
Everything I have and own is being left to Rupert in a trust for when he gets sober.
Does that mean we'll be getting some Rupert time travel adventures after Stewie dies? Does Rupert need to take over trying to kill Lois after Stewie goes? That's a lot to put on a young mayor who also isn't real.
Not Stewie. My hands and their cooties.
Brian, everybody knows cooties are exchanged through bodily fluid like spit or blood. Pick up a book sometime, my guy. But living with cooties is a heavy toll, and Stewie's decided to do something drastic about it.
So I decided to take a bus to Vermont to have physician assisted.
What? Are you telling me he has all that genius and won't even try to come up with a cure? I guess cooties take down the brain before everything else.
This is all my fault. I drove my best friend away and now he's alone and dying on a bus somewhere.
So Brian hauls butt to Vermont, the only state in the country weirdly chill with the baby scheduling a self-euthanasia visit.
I know I've been hard on you, but it's only because I've been struggling with my own mortality.
Yeah, Brian's practically a senior citizen at this point. He's got maybe a few more years in him before he goes to that nice farm upstate where all our pets go. They better be getting a tax write-off for the millions of pets they're looking after.
The show begins!
Illusion shattered! Light it up! The end of our legacy.
Splicing that turns him into a regular baby and baby Stewie. So when the family decides to do an escape room, Stewie figures it out easily. But naturally, Brian takes all the credit.
Fibonacci is the name of a
And this is why they ask you to show your work at school. Make sure you aren't getting used by the Bryans of the world, because they're always the ones who find success when they least deserve it. Of course, Stewie calls Brian out for this later.
I should just let you enjoy your superior intellect while you still have it. What does that mean?
So Brian alleges that once Stewie gets older, his
The
intellect
world
will be
remains
diminished.
constant.
It's kind of like sprinting during the first mile when you still have a whole marathon to go. It happened to Meg and Chris, and it can happen to Stewie too.
But once a griffin hits puberty, they turn into Bozo the clown?
There is no planet far enough away that would make me feel safe from that guy. I don't know if that clown is stupid, but he's definitely not the kind of role model you aspire to be. But Stewie has an idea of how to prevent this.
I can't control it.
Check this out!
There is no escape!
He's gonna get rid of the genes that'll make him stupid later down the line.
Try and stop me! Shine down! Burn it down!
May I present?
Lane. Fleeting. Full throttle.
Tougher than your friend, but the bond between these two is just that strong. Stewie is the smart fella, and Brian is the fart smeller. That's just the way the world works. But Brian and Stewie would try to make Sharon the same girl.
The show begins! I still couldn't
Not bad. Wrath from the sky! Light it up!
Preschool age is probably the right age.
18 and older, Ryan. Look at him, I need to look the part.
Not sure a truck driver's goatee is the look most 18-year-olds are going for, but it may just be better than that broccoli haircut you see nowadays. Call me elderly, I don't care. I said what I said.
Of course I am. I'm tired of living my life in a tiny little box.
Plus, there's a lot to learn from a music festival, like how there's no comfortable way to lie in a lawn blanket.
Lean back on the palms until they get weird creases. No, all the way back. No, flat back, craning to look up. Beautiful.
I know the show has a lot of moments like this, but that may have genuinely been the most relatable thing I've ever seen from it.
Hey, Cricket Stewie. On control. That is. That.
Well, his attitude definitely matches the look. I swear, one night beer turns some of these guys into the loudest failed comedians I've heard. That's coming from someone you could probably classify as a failed comedian.
Passing out, barfing, and that barf is like free to take. Awesome.
And then there's that guy, the guy eating up all the barf. There's at least one at every festival. What's more, both of them have met a girl who's totally better than each other's girl.
Oh, he shut us down.
Hey, Stewie! Hey, Brian!
Crap.
Well, there's only one way to settle this. Cut her in half. One side, Brian gets the other.
Ryan, so we like the same girl. No reason to call me gentle about this.
Yeah, it's just a little crush. Maybe you hold their hand, maybe you share a kiss. Totally inconsequential.
Maybe we could all have a getaway.
Yeah, totally.
Alright, so this trip took a turn that will either strengthen their friendship or ruin it completely. I'm sure Brian will just try to think of her, but it may just be...
Illusion shattered! Don't get too close! I couldn't save everybody. Light up the blazing sun! Burn it down!
Brian have the confidence to change the scene?
Yes, Brian 1, Stewie 0.
Light of the blazing sun!
Excellent.
Burn it down!
How brilliant!
Wrath from the sky!
Time to buckle down.
Things get awkward when the former friends run into each other at a wedding.
I'm not gonna punish you, Janet. Okay, just keep your distance.
Good on you, because Janet has earned this day. The debacle in Jamaica? She deserves a chance at happiness. Janet's the coolest. I'll tell you guys about her some other time. Double stand seems to be enough to make them realize this fight is silly. What are we doing? Making a wedding all about you, it looks like. I'll look out for Janet through this one, but the two ultimately make up.
Stewie, I'd rather be toxic and unhealthy together than toxic and unhealthy apart.
Good. Keep that stuff quarantined between yourselves.
Thank you for
Don't let
permitting-
other people suffer from the toxic runoff your relationship causes, especially Janet. Brian and Stewie would form a domestic relationship to take care of the kids while Peter and Lois are gone, and George might work from home. When Peter and Lois are leaving town for a second honeymoon, leaving Brian in charge of the kids.
I'll take my care of them as you guys have a good time.
The experience Brian has of children is abandoning them, so I'm not entirely sure he's the best one for the job.
You're the only one here to change me. What do you think of that?
I'm not gonna change you.
What?
I said I'm not gonna change you.
See what I'm talking about? It's not just his lack of caring that's the problem. It's also the lack of authority he has over Chris and Meg.
I swear to God, these kids are gonna make me look through my head.
I'm going to be having this problem.
Well, they better head off to Vegas and get that marriage ASAP so they can start leading the household as husband and husband. The first part of marriage? Changing each other's diapers.
How does it smell, dog? Does it smell like servitude?
But now it's time to put that co-parenting to the test.
Where's your bigger hat?
I don't have to listen to you. You're a dog. You don't have a soul.
Brian doesn't really gave him a soul, and that still hurts. But with a little nudging from Stewie, Brian finally finds his parenting voice.
Hey,
Have to threaten to bring out the belt. Probably because he doesn't own one. I guess walking around without pants kinda shows everyone you're in charge.
Peter and Lois were supposed to chaperone dance tomorrow night, so I guess it's up to me.
You mean it's up to us?
It's one thing to wrangle two hormone-riddled teens, but a whole school of them? It better bring the bear spray. Not saying you'll need to use it, but it's better to have it not need it than to need it and not have it.
Oh man, look at that kid. That is one ugly 8th grader.
Shine down!
Let the mighty be humble. Silence!
There is no escape!
Strike a pose!
Settle down! Ah!
Rise with the sun! Try and stop me!
Shower me with praise!
Mother's house, your son brought the alcohol.
Situation. Turn his whole life upside down, face.
Silence!
Common expression. But it uses to take responsibility, so Brian is
Yeah, look at this.
Stop
Oh
it.
yeah, you don't like this.
Stop it!
This is actually how most adults settle their differences. But for an added bonus, Brian and Stewie don't just stop there.
In local news, a Buddy Yancey Junior High School student has been arrested for possession of
The show begins!
Kid, now that's a power couple. This may have been the episode that proved that Brian and Stewie work well as a couple, much to the annoyance of Brian and much to the excitement and joy of Stewie, if I had to guess. But the true strength of their friendship would be tested in P Terminator, where they had to prove their love for one another to save the future. So things kick off with a naked Peter teleporting outside the plant. The teleporting is new, but the nakedness, not so much.
This isn't Big Mouth.
Back in his say we thank you for that. It turns out that this Peter is some kind of cyborg, a robot built to terminate. When I think of a better name for him, I'll let you know.
I need your gun. No problem, evil-looking Peter. They downgraded me to a toy because I shot him.
Thanks for keeping our streets safe, Joe. I just know those lemonade stands are a psyops. And by simulating incidents, Stewie happens to be designing a Peter-themed robot himself.
Technology is still years off even for me. There's a lot of things to work out.
Well, once you're done being geeky, I'm sure you can figure it out. Shouldn't be hard for a guy who's invented a time machine, multiversal travel, and, robots. But he wasn't eventually succeeded because the robot rolls up to the house with bloodlust in its sunglasses.
Okay, Terminator, cue Lois. What are you doing? She's in the kitchen.
Well, he and Lois do share the same nose. Close enough for the Terminator, I guess.
The future enemy must have stolen it from me and sent it back in time to kill me as a baby.
That's the next level hating I can get behind. Well done, future enemy whose identity reveal is bound to be shocking. So the Terminator chases the pair across town, with them able to make a breakaway thanks to a well-timed fart. Even with all the leather, shades, and shotguns, Peter is still a Peter, I suppose. Stewie and Brian decide to hide out in a hotel, but just because they're hiding from a killer robot doesn't mean they can't have a nice night.
Say, this could be your
There's something about nearly being murdered by a robot that just gets the hormones right, you know? Terminator arrives to finish the job, yet he stands down when Brian gets in the way.
You are Brian Griffin. You programmed me to kill your enemy, Stuart Griffin.
Some friends block each other on Instagram, others send a killer robot after him. The kids are getting ruthless these days.
Stewie, how could this happen? We're best friends. Sadly, it doesn't appear we stay that way.
So they travel to the future to find a war being waged between Brian and Stewie's Terminators. Their friendship died because they
Oh my god. It's all true.
They managed to find future Stewie, who's absolutely shredded and still a football. And if he just never goes through a growth spurt, or if this future happens in like
Brian and I were friends. And a perfect Instagram of those fantastic comments.
we need to start prosecuting people and paying for that. So to prevent total annihilation, the two embark on a road trip to strengthen their friendship.
Do we think sunflower seeds is the best choice of snack while we're trying on to each other?
Just wait till one of them needs to keep pulling off for a bathroom. Really start boiling. It looks like something else may kill them before they can do it to each other.
That's not a cop. That's a newest Terminator.
Shine down! Burn it down!
Strike a pose!
Bow your head. The time is beckoning.
Yoo-hoo! Illusion shattered! Light it up!
An oversight of justice is
Shine down! Rise with the sun!
Strike a pose!
silence.
And subscribe to the channel. Be sure to check out our other great Family Guy list videos. Thanks so much to Fume for sponsoring today's video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Illusion shattered!
Showing you praise!
Settle down.
Shine down! Illusion shattered! Burn it down!
Silence. Risk is growing, but it poses no threat to me.
How brilliant!
There is no escape! Light it up! Pyroclastic surge!
Sir Chris and Meg's wildest sibling moments in Family Guy. Starting with the time Meg blackmailed Chris into being her servant, eventually driving him to run away in the episode Crisscross. So Chris is on the receiving end of some good old high school mockery over his shoes.
Are they really that bad? Are you kidding? They're terrible.
Well, I date myself. Should I make a what are those reference? Yeah, probably. Well, I'll just bury the dead memes. For now. So Chris tries to ask for new sneakers, but his parents aren't going for it.
Shut up and stop complaining. When I was your age, I didn't even have sneakers. Or stale hamburger buns.
Yeah, the seagulls would peck at your feet while you walked 1,000 miles home, all uphill. Get some new material, Grandpa. So since they are going for it, Chris takes matters into his own hands and steals some money from Melis's purse. I don't like the look on Meg's face. Then again, she hasn't really had an expression I've liked yet anyway.
Mom's purse. I'm just trying to get you sneakers.
Sure, first it's sneakers, then it's black market nuclear grade weapons. Stealing is a slippery slope, my friend.
How about I will tell Mom and Dad about the money if you promise to do whatever I say.
There are a lot of videos on the internet that start this way, and I can only pray to clan Jesus that this is going in the same direction.
Shine down! Burn it down!
May I present?
Bow your head.
It doesn't sound like it has any intention of doing it even more
Wrath from the skies! There is no escape! Light it up!
Silence.
Showing you praise!
Illusion shattered! Burn it down!
Strike a pose!
Curse is owned by no man, woman, or you.
I don't care. Tell them. So I'm not even gonna be here. I'm gonna run away and no one will ever see me again.
But who could possibly house Chris with the caveat that the public eye would never see him again?
I ran away from home. Do you mind if I live with you? Live with me?
Oh yeah, if there's anyone in the neighborhood who knows a thing or two about having kids disappear, it's definitely Herbert. So now Meg has to cover her grits.
Herbert dressed him as breakfast. Don't worry, Mom.
file a missing persons report. A blue moon is more likely than Chris skipping breakfast. But Chris is just busy crushing Herbert's hopes and dreams.
Yeah, okay, as soon as I finish this level.
I don't think Herbert's ever been hit with the you can't pause an online game before. Though it kills him inside, Herbert decides it's time to part ways.
I think it's time for you to go. Okay, I'll go.
I would guess that not many people get to willingly walk out of that house, so Chris is lucky. Meg too, now that she's found him.
You know, living in that family, we both have pretty crappy lives. And if we're gonna survive it, we can't turn on each other.
That's probably true, and I'm happy to see them reconnect, but what does it say about me when I was
Shine down! Light it up!
Settle down. Be sanctified. Silence!
How brilliant!
Not bad. There is no escape.
May I present?
Bow your head.
Illusion shattered. Burn it down.
Silence! Justice is blindsided.
Shower me with praise!
Not sure if it's possible to literally beat the stupid out of someone, but by golly, Lois is gonna keep swinging until something comes out. And Chris and Meg saw the whole thing. So how exactly do you react to seeing the parental structure of the family fall apart right in front of your eyes?
What we always do.
I'm in under my head. That much I know.
Not sure how that fixes things, but I'm at least happy to see a little sibling solidarity. And the hair will come back, but so too will the mental scars, unfortunately. And the two would stand in solidarity again when posing as a couple in order to expose their parents to their new young friends in Young Parent Trap. So while they're at an event in Stewie's preschool, Peter and Lois get mistaken for a young couple.
Yeah, new parents like us have to stick together.
Yes, we do, because we're very young.
They must be those kind of hipsters who wear glasses frames with no lenses, because they gotta be blind to mistake Peter and Lois for a young couple.
They think Stewie's our first. They think we're young.
You're hurting me.
You can tell this is all Lois ever wanted in her life. That and a 24-hour grocery store. And after hanging out with their new, young, hip friends, Peter and Lois are introduced to the wonders of apartment living.
The place is amazing. A pool, a spa, and all the lights are on dimmers.
It makes you feel like you're living large while accruing no personal property whatsoever. But it's chill. I sure hope my landlord doesn't raise my rent by $1,000 randomly.
Well, there's an open unit if you guys are interested.
Say no more, you walking vape pen. So the two decide to pack up their things and move into their new apartment without Chris and Meg.
Wow, they're really gone. You know what, Dad? We can finally create Brian.
Whoa, don't get too wild there, kids. Save some partying for the rest of us. Meanwhile, the parents move in and can't wait to assimilate into their new lives.
They like us.
This is it, Peter. We're gonna vape. We're gonna vape.
Yeah, but vaping is so 2024. It's all about sticking your mouth directly to a car exhaust pipe in 2025. Back at the house, Meg and Chris have really let the place go, but they finally catch on to what's going on.
Chris, we gotta go to that apartment building and bust Mom and Dad.
It's the morally correct thing to do. Those millennials need to know they've been hanging around a pair of old heads. And how do they plan on doing that?
Hey, Dad, there's a new couple moving in.
Look at that, Lois. We're no longer in the heat is off.
Actually, the heat is turned on, because that soy latte drinking, Pinterest board making, craft cocktail enjoying, blue sky posting, electric scooter owning,
Ancient
Harry Potter
alchemy
house
truly
discussing,
is
big corporation boycotting, thrift store shopping, man bun wearing tattoos of Chinese symbols they don't understand wearing new couple is... Meg and Chris.
What did you say your names were again?
I'm Dylan, and this is my wife, Dylan.
Oh yeah, they've got this millennial thing off lock. Now it's just a race to see who can expose who first.
Well, we're gonna expose you as the old fart. Oh, you're gonna expose us?
And they're There's no better way to weed out the oldies than with a board game that's too complicated, too confusing, and takes 3 weeks to complete.
You seem like a very happy couple, yet I haven't seen you even kiss yet. This is why I said we should have practiced.
You two honestly should be used to it by now. That might actually be the easiest thing you weirdos could have done.
We should take a photo. Lois, why don't you take a photo and airdrop it to us? It to us.
Oh, they got her now. No woman of Lois's age can take a picture without her finger partially over the lens, let alone know what airdrop is. Luckily, Peter has it out.
Ah, gee whiz. Sorry, guys. Looks like the party's over.
Disgusting, but impressive. But Peter and Lois aren't in the clear yet.
The Dylans just had the best idea. What do you say we all go to Coachella and they Co-op's 3-day music festival?
Even though we're near as old as Peter and Lois, and even that sounds like the worst thing in the world right now. When they arrive, they make the long trek across the desert in the hot sun. And Moses thought his 40-year walk through the desert was terrible.
Are you guys not super amped?
The neighboring
Well, the 4-year-old cat is out of the bag now. Looks like teens win again. And Chris and Meg didn't even have to do any weird couple stuff. Honestly, I bet they're pretty bummed.
Give us the ibuprofen and text the driver to pick us up here. I don't know how to do it.
But they would set their sights from the old to the very old when the siblings decided to start stealing from nursing homes in the Heartbreak Dog. So Meg's class is being assigned jobs for their community service requirements.
The jobs will be assigned randomly, but the cooler and prettier students have the better jobs.
Unfortunately for Meg, she doesn't fall into either of those two groups, so it looks like she gets the lame jobs.
Little Miss Frumpkin with all the questions.
Is Frumpkin good?
Sure, the word that sounds like it's used to describe the ugliest pumpkin in the pack is good. So Meg has her first day at the nursing home, and it's about as glamorous and exciting as it sounds.
And between you and me, I hate my new student volunteer. That ugly little Meg.
Looks like someone is earning themselves a little bit of rat poison slipped into their tea. I guess when you're old, you just call it like you see it.
Well, you strike me as someone who's never going to get married, that's
But when Meg finds a fancy-looking brooch in the old woman's drawer, she decides it's only fair to snatch it up. Who says that charity work doesn't pay?
God, I can't believe I stole this. You know what? I don't feel bad. That woman's a nightmare.
See, kids, stealing is justified if it's a person you don't like. But as Meg starts to flaunt her new loot, Chris starts to catch on to her schemes.
Oh my god, is that someone else's glasses? I'm not wearing other people's glasses.
I feel like you could jingle some keys in front of Chris's face, and you'd just be cool with whatever evil deed you're up to.
Wow, this is awesome. I want him.
So Chris joins Meg in her kleptomania, though his approach is a bit less subtle.
You died, and I'm here to take you to heaven. Oopsie daisy, here we go.
Who knew that heaven would smell
The
like
campaign
old balls
begins.
and have old coats from 70 years ago?
Take everything and be quick.
So now the siblings are living large with all their new knickknacks and doodads.
Boy, it's just so comforting to be here surrounded by other people's memories.
That's what it's like living at the bottom of the ocean.
Shine down!
Nice down here.
Strike a pose!
Let the mighty be humble. Settle down.
Rise with the sun!
Let my name echo in song!
Bow your head.
Instantly makes it okay.
There is no escape!
Burn it down!
Illusion shattered!
Pyroclastic surge!
They go down together as siblings. It's definitely the only honorable thing they've done all episode. Well, look, if you want old people's things so bad, you're gonna have to wait until they die and then go to their estate sale like the rest of us. But Chris would act honorably when he tried to protect Meg from getting injured in roller derby in the episode Saturated Fat Guy. But Chris Chris would act honorably when he tried to protect Meg from getting injured in roller derby in the episode Saturated Fat Guy. So Meg's at the skating rink for Ruth's birthday party. And if you don't remember which one is Ruth, I don't blame you honestly.
Let's see what Meg got. A crock pot? Things about to get crazy!
Sometimes I wake up in a cold sweat wondering if I look like that.
Shine down! Rise with the sun!
Shower me with that!
Settle down. The time is beckoning. There's a tear in my robe.
There is no escape!
And like most bugs, he should probably be
The show begins!
An oversight on my part. No!
Shine down!
Meg immediately adapts to the
Light it up!
Hey, this looks like fun. Recognized and respected sport. Great on our television side.
Wow, this is a lot more business than I thought.
Yeah, and they still have room to introduce weapons into the mix if they want to. Let's go full medieval, baby!
Hey! That was rough.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of sweet to see how much Chris cares about his sister getting hurt. Now, if only he could bring that kind of energy back home, maybe she wouldn't get bullied by Peter all the time. He even helps her train a little.
Swing that lamp at me.
But you'll get hurt.
No, I won't. I'm dodging.
Illusion shattered!
Be sanctified. Silence!
There is no escape! Rise with the sun!
How brilliant!
Settle down!
Nearly as much blood. Is about to get trampled. Chris takes matters into his own hands.
Chris, what are you doing?
Kudos for being her knight in shining armor, Chris. Though it looks like you may have wanted to wear some actual armor before hopping into the ring.
Oh my god! Chris, are you okay?
I don't think so. I'm hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, but everyone in this show falls down like that. Walk it off, Chan. You'll be fine.
Chris, I'm so sorry you got hurt like this. It was the best thing that ever happened to me.
To be fair, this is on Chris for just walking out to a live rink, and he realizes this.
I got hurt, and I didn't belong out there. Like you do.
With her confidence regained, Meg returns to the rink for the championship game. Too bad Mo knows she won because something more interesting was going on nearby.
Everyone stopped to watch some fat kid was killing it on Dance Dance Revolution.
Man, he do be moving. Never mind what I said earlier, but competitive DDR on ESPN. But at least we'll always know that Chris and Meg have a solid sibling relationship, ready to throw themselves in front of a speeding horde of girls on roller skates at a moment's notice. But when Chris and Meg throw Stewie down a flight of stairs, they do everything they can to cover it up in Brian Griffin's House of Pain. So Chris is engaging in classic brotherly activities like reading his sister's diary.
Still no sign of anything I'm trying to live. Things are getting worse.
Illusion shattered! Burn it down!
Strike a pose!
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humbled. Be not perturbed. Unscathed.
Shine down!
An oversight on my part.
Illusion shattered!
The exposed brain and excessive...
Rise with the sun!
Settle down. An oversight on my part.
This is a real human. And that's a Cockney accent, bordering on Australian. You guys really don't know anything, do you? So they try to clean him up a bit, as if scrubbing an open wound is going to make him any better. Peter immediately collapses to the rock.
So, question. How long has Stewie been unconscious?
Oh my god, Chris, he knows!
And now you have to push him down the stairs to keep him quiet. The cycle continues.
When you were babies, I used to knock you kids out every month or so. Sometimes by accident, sometimes when the Patriots lost.
That makes so much sense. I used to think there was just a constant gas leak in that house, but no, it's constant head trauma. Luckily, Peter knows how to take care of this.
I'm taking him to the hospital.
No, I got one last plan, man.
It's very simple, really. You got a problem? Make it somebody else's.
Oh my god! Stewie!
Finally, someone with motherly instincts can take control of the situation.
Let's put a hat on him to cover the wound, and then let's get some makeup and draw eyeballs on his eyelids and find a way to pin this on someone else.
Okay, so everyone in the house is a psycho. It's easy to see Chris and Meg as irresponsible and dangerous, but when you remember who raised them, things start to make a little more sense. But the two would go from messing with an unconscious body to a dead body. Chris had to pose as a dead person at a wake in the episode Save the Clan. So while attending Horace's funeral, Meg steps away to use the bathroom and accidentally enters the...
Shine down!
Bow your head.
Part-time healthcare preparing the bodies.
That'd be great.
If I die, please do everything in your power to not let me be placed in the same morgue Meg works in. Just cremate me and throw me in the ocean to feed the fish. The cycle of life continues. So Meg starts a new gig, but it's almost immediately tampered with by Chris.
Hey, Meg, who's your date? He looks like a real scamp.
Like most messed up teenage boys, Chris really wants to play with dead bodies and has found his opportunity.
Hey, look, this guy's picking his nose. Look, now he's eating it.
You might think he's being disrespectful, but that guy's last wish was to be able to eat his boogers after he died. It's a weird request, sure, but good on Chris for fulfilling it. But later on, when Meg goes to change the suit of another dead guy, she finds his casket empty. Well, I guess zombies are real now. Actually, there's a more logical explanation.
You call me? I borrowed your bra. My boobs hurt when I go down the stairs.
Well, I guess it's a good thing they're both the same cup size. Not sure who that's the bigger insult to, though.
I need somebody to give me an R-rated movie.
Light it up!
Look, can you really blame a kid for wanting to act out his own weekend at Bernie's scenario? Every kid wants to go
Silence!
There's no escape! Burn it down!
Settle down! Oh, fuck.
I have an itch. I can feel.
Don't scratch their balls.
Sounds like a sister duty Meg will have to fulfill. Which one's worse, scratching your brother's crotch or scratching the crotch of a dead old guy?
Yeah, that's good. Scratch it. Scratch it. Oh, thank you.
And I think I got my answer. But that's the least of Chris's worries.
My husband had filled out an organ donor card before he passed away, and a woman just lost her face in a freak accident.
Ah, well, faces are like spleens. You don't technically need one to survive.
Meg, though you cannot tell, I am frowning.
Yeah, but you did a good deed for your sister and a random woman, so I'd like to believe you're smiling on the inside. But I'm definitely frowning on... Definitely frowning on the outside over the fact that Chris and Meg apparently bathed together as we found out in the episode Fresh Air. So after spending time with Chris while he recovered from an injury, her Carter decides to make a bombshell decision.
I have decided to change my will and name my grandson Chris the sole heir to the Puterton fortune.
Honestly, you could have flushed all that money down the toilet and probably would have been as equal of an investment.
But Grandpa, I don't even want the money.
See? This is exactly why you should get it. So refreshing.
There's someone in the family who probably Carter's 4,567 choice in his original will.
Anyway, I don't plan on forcing out on any of that money. You ask me, you gotta start sucking up to Chris right away.
He's mask off about it. Don't want to make Chris thinks he loves him as a son or anything like that. So Peter really tries to brown-nose Chris.
Hot dogs and Nintendo, huh, Chris?
Honestly, he's spitting facts there. Hot dogs and Nintendo indeed. Peter tries all sorts of things to get on his son's good side, like taking out Chris's school.
That's not even him. That's the deaf kid. It was sign language.
Simple mistake. Just plant the head in the ground until it grows a new body, am I right? But Peter ends up running himself back and doing things for Chris.
He cleaned his room for him the other day. Sure you haven't done that.
Well, yeah, you know what kind of unseen horrors are hidden in a teen boy's bedroom? But actually, Meg was the one who left him scarred.
Chris, our bath is ready.
My thoughts exactly here. So, two siblings bathe together. That's not very weird. When they're babies, maybe they're just trying to cut down on the house's water bill.
I don't have the parenting skills necessary to deal with this.
I say we never speak of this again.
I think I speak for the rest of the creatures in eyes and ears when I say, please do. But they do a bit more than bathe together, evident by the time the Griffin's nanny caught them trying to kiss and nanny goats. So after seeing how Peter constantly wrecks the house, Babs makes a suggestion for her daughter.
Help, Lois, and since I'm not good at psychiatry, I'm getting you a nanny.
She must not believe in divorce either, because I think that's the one and only option that would actually fix things here. So they try a nanny who comes equipped with a no-nonsense attitude and a vaguely Eastern European accent.
Hello, I am Natalia. What is favorite breakfast fish?
I didn't even know you could have fish for breakfast. Sounds kind of illegal, not gonna lie. Stewie quickly takes a liking to her.
Natalia, will you be our nanny forever? Unless Belarus security force track me down.
Looks like the nanny made some enemies before coming to America. Would have thought that would show up on a background check, but whatever. Dang, those Belarusians work quickly. As they open fire on the house, Stewie and Natalia rush upstairs and stumble across something even more unsettling. Dang, she is a good nanny. She may have just prevented some good old Rhode Island inbreeding. And why was Chris wearing a stethoscope? Must be their kink, but if your doctor tries to start kissing you, grab the nearest scalpel and you know what to do. But the two would go all the way and make out on Halloween, though they claim they didn't know it was them at first in the episode Halloween on Spooner Street. So Meg is getting ready for the big night, hoping to turn some heads with her costume.
What are you dressed as? I'm a cat.
Good on you for keeping the holiday wholesome, Meg.
This is so cool. Our first high school Halloween party. Do you think we'll get to make out?
Well, anything can happen on Halloween, though it's usually something scary, as we'll find out.
If we wear our masks and we don't take them off for the whole party, the boys won't know who we are, and we'll have a better chance of hooking up.
Halloween is all about deception, but I still don't know if that means tricking someone into kissing you is morally acceptable. So as the party rages on, everyone decides to play Spin the Bottle, which sees Meg getting lucky.
Alright. Cat and Optimus Prime. Into the closet.
Well, if there's one robot you can trust, it's the one whose whole deal is being in disguise. I'm sure there's a lesson in there somewhere. But when they go well over the allotted 7 minutes in heaven, they end up getting exposed to the world.
Oh my god.
I refuse to believe they didn't recognize each other. You tell me not one of them said a word? Well, they better act surprised at least.
What are you doing here?
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
What are you doing here? I'm gonna grab some food. Fuck your sister! I didn't know it was you!
You know, Halloween is all about getting scared, but getting mentally scarred might be taking it a bit too far.
We're a disgrace to our family!
There wasn't much honor to bring in that family to begin with. They fight for the honor of their family when they get attacked at school, forcing them to kill an entire lunchroom in the D in apartment 23. So the whole reason they end up doing this is because Brian makes a pretty bad tweet.
I want to see the movie Kevin Hart movie. Just kidding. I'm white and went to college.
Those things are really only half-truths. Not sure if you classify holding out for one semester as went to college. And as expected in this day and age, the tweet spins up a dumpster fire of hate comments. Is Brian's finally getting that attention?
Ad Astra.
You racist jerk!
Thank you for complete.
Mouth disease!
What's that? I know, Brian usually
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
leaves them all wet, but the hate train doesn't stop there.
There he is.
Where? Over the back! Brian deletes the tweet, but the hatred for him begins to extend to the rest of the family.
Freaks me out like this. We're on a first name basis.
They're on our name tags, Lois.
Depriving Lois of groceries is like depriving a fish of oxygen. Wait, is that? No, yeah, that's right. And Peter receives a similar response over at the clan.
What? Deleted his tweet? The hurt has been quarantined in our hearts.
And no Notes app apology letter can fix it. See, I know the lingo of the interwebs, but things go way worse for Meg and Chris at school.
Maybe we should just eat outside.
No, Meg, we're eating here. I'd like to see you try.
Well, that kid did flip Chris's hat, which means Chris is in the right to shatter that kid's jaw. You know, an eye for an eye. The siblings don't just beat them down, they absolutely destroy them. I'm talking about throats getting cut, bones getting broken, and necks getting snapped. I don't know who taught them to fight like this, but I may never make a snide remark about them again. I am not trying to get cracked open like a fortune cookie.
It was a joke.
Now, if only they could do this to their parents. Maybe they get more respect around here. But the two would throw respect out the window, and they decided to tag team making fetish videos involving Chris sitting on desserts in Boston stewing. So Chris comes across Meg making a batch of cupcakes.
I'm celebrating. Oh, last night I had my period. Or miscarriage. That's your wish.
Oh, congratulations. But she makes the mistake of leaving Chris alone with the cupcakes. He doesn't eat them, but does a weird secret second option.
No turkey dinners. About a little nut squash.
And instead of doxing him or posting his social security number like a normal person, Meg decides to share the video online to embarrass him.
Master's latest social media post has become popular on the internet, so now Master rules the family.
Only hierarchies work like that in real life. We have Mr. Beast for president, Logan Paul is the head of the Department of Health, and the Hawk Tua girl is the secretary of the Department of Commerce. Doesn't that just sound great?
This cupcake video got 20,000 likes.
So this sicko stuff is popular, huh? Meg wants to run a fans-only account for him, but is Chris willing to flaunt his caboose for the art?
Go get business with escort rates worse than me.
So Meg does all of that. And yes, it's as exciting and thrilling as filling out a ton of paperwork sounds. Gotta respect the grind though, and Chris does too. So the two start their first shoot together.
My dad fell in the shower, so we kinda need the money. Thank you.
So is the video better if the desserts are nicer? Do you opt for more cream filling so the impact is messier? Is there any way to talk about this stuff without sounding like a complete weirdo?
How was that for you?
It was amazing. We just created art in front of
All
our
the world
fans.
holds
What
dear
you
is
actually created is missing an F in front. But as Chris's fame grows, he finds it difficult to accept this new public image.
He's a simp. He's also really good at hearing the whispers of nearby diners.
Is that a fetish too? Can't we just be normal about anything anymore?
I'm wondering if you can come over and set up my wife's avocado.
Come on, man. I'm out with my family.
And it isn't long before
Let's go
Chris's
gather some
patience gets
samples.
thrust in.
Squash that brownie, you need.
I don't do these stuff. I told you guys that from the
I
beginning.
stand before
That'd be
it,
like asking
alone
Van Gogh
and
to use clay
unchanging.
Instead of paint. These Philistines have no concept of the artistic process.
Chris, you can't talk to people like that.
Fine, then maybe I'll talk like this. Everyone, I'm ready.
Illusion Shepherd! Light it up!
Years from now, after Chris is dead,
I present!
Can't see?
making fetish videos with your
Rev the engine! Rev from the sky!
I think here's Chris having second thoughts about walking out.
Shine down! And trap! Rise with the sun!
The streets get fixed.
Pyroclastic surge!
One with the force.
Hey,
Let's see the chip.
luckily Meg steps in when Chris completely degrades himself. There's no coming back from these pushing.
Light
Erase all threats.
Underrated moments. Starting with the time he began acting more like Peter after accidentally wearing his underwear in
Time to shine! Oh, brilliant!
Entrap!
There is no escape!
Stop that!
Detached from the
Can't see? I hear everything.
Rise with the sun! Light of the blazing sun!
I will be able to read everything Garfield ever wrote.
He knows Garfield the cat didn't write his own comics, right? Oh god, the underwear must already be seeping into his brain. His Peterisms even seem to be spilling over into his job.
Hello, this is your captain speaking from the, cockpit.
If my pilot started talking like that, I'd be fighting tooth and nail to get off that plane immediately. But for Peter, it's not just Quagmire's libido he's converted.
Here's the reason our lawn looks like it has leopard skin.
Normally, Peter would be excited to talk poop. So Brian realizes something must be going on.
What's your problem? Why are you being such a jerk to me? My problem with you? What's the matter with you?
This is more or less a condensed version of Quagmire's rants from Jerome. A condensed version of Quagmire's rants from Jerome is the New Black, though I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of truth to Peter's grievances too. What happened to you?
I'm not really sure. I was in line at the bank and this human-sized chicken cut in front of me.
Aw, I would have liked to have seen that. But the guys still don't seem to have an explanation for why they're acting so underwear. It is. Except Joe, apparently, who's clearly given this a lot of thought. Taking their guys reveals this to be the truth.
Boys were.
And I think that means you guys are lovers now. Hey, I don't make the rules, so I just say whatever nonsense floats through the old noggin. So Peter and Quagmire are totally normal about this whole thing, but there's still a tinge of awkwardness in the air.
I'm gonna have Lois cancel our dinner plans with you and I tomorrow. I think it's too soon.
Quagmire has literally climbed into Peter's pants before. This is hardly the weirdest interaction they've had. But they go there to dinner anyway, handling this situation like a mature world. Get checked after breathing in the same room as Quagmire.
Illusion shattered!
yours. I'm not finished my research.
Quagmire decides to neighborhood, but thankfully they come to their senses.
I should never come between two friends.
Kinda shame.
Yeah, got it, yeah.
So their friendship is restored and nothing else.
There is no escape!
Quagmire's making
Sir. Enshroud. Dust to dust.
Red from the sky! There is no escape! Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge!
The show begins!
Torn to oblivion!
Let the world collide! How brilliant!
Wrath from the sky! Try and stop me!
The show begins!
Rise with the sun! Pyroclastic surge!
Decides to ask Quagmire how things went down.
How are things with Monica? Your hot date from the other night.
Oh yeah, I'm proud. Thanks again.
How? And I genuinely mean how did you not realize that was his endgame, Lois? Is this your first time meeting the man?
All those texts you sent me, that was my body. These same tips on different women.
Are you new here? So Quagmire is no longer terrorizing the young and the dumb, but the middle-aged and the potentially just as dumb.
Created a monster.
And like Dr. Frankenstein before her, she's looking to stop her sinister creation herself.
Oh, hello. Ow. That feels great.
Yeah, kinda hard to punish someone with a punishment cake.
You used me as a tool to get down every middle-aged woman's pants in town.
Slacks, Lois. They call them slacks.
Quagmire does feel like he owes Lois an apology, which he gives her. So does that mean he's gonna stop? Oh, my sweet summer child.
Want to take a pointless girl stride walk and listen to Ray LaMontagne?
Yeah, should have seen that coming. You give Quagmire an inch and he'll take a mile. He'll also probably give you an inch himself if you giggity. Quagmire went into master of the kitchen when he and Peter started a cooking show and pilling them soft. So Jerome's looking to introduce food to the clan's menu, but Quagmire is a harsh critic. Looks like we got ourselves a Gordon Ramsay over here.
Illusion shattered! Light it up!
One with the force.
Shine down!
Enshroud.
There is no escape! Burn it down!
The show begins!
Light up the blazing sun!
Keep up.
man-child antics are a big hit with the audience, so the studio offers Peter his own show. So now audiences are left to choose between Quagmire's helpful cooking show or Peter's brain rot. I think we know who they're gonna pick.
And what entertains me?
Makes you a chef.
Light of the blazing sun!
That's the second best outcome for him. Peter seems to be thriving. Quagmire's busy having a high cholesterol panic attack.
Son of a... I never cook with butter. Joe, grab my recipe book and find a dish where I can substitute olive oil with butter.
Sorry, Glenn, but butter is a gift from the gods that can't be replaced so easily. Not even margarine can stand up to it. I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe you think I'll accept anything less than my favorite stick of fat.
No, you can't do this.
Come on, there's no use crying over spilled butter.
Thank you for
Peter
permitting.
realizes how much
No.
this means to Quagmire, so he decides to throw the cook-off in the most heart-clogging way possible.
And in a stunning turn of events, Chef Driven is
Exploration and trials.
So Quagmire wins
Adventuring is right up my alley.
Knows how to cook with one of the most used ingredients known to man. I don't know if he should be teaching anybody.
I couldn't take you. Wait, how did you? Buddy.
In a second friendship, Quagmire turns down the show as well, deciding to get cancelled the same way Paula did.
You could have just quit the show.
Quagmire isn't a quitter, evident by his attempts to be a good father to his long-lost daughter in the episode No Giggity, No Doubt. So the guys are introduced to the only form of drinking and driving that's socially acceptable.
We're taking a potty busting again. What?
It's the greatest invention since sliced bread. Remember when we all used to eat lumps of bread like an idiot? So the guys work their way onto party buses for bachelor parties.
My last night is a free man.
And buses headed
Who
to
ate a
the
poisonous mushroom this...
To my last night is a free man.
and buses headed to the high school.
I'm a cop. But I'm not a narc.
While there, Quagmire wastes zero time and gets right into the legalities.
Oh, you 18. I guess we're going to say let him. I am Glenn Quagmire.
Girl, he's either an adult who shouldn't be here or a kid who was held back far too many times, and neither of those are good options. And after the traditional latest paperwork, the two are ready to get down. Guess we gotta get real cool about him being old enough to be your father.
Oh, giggity.
Wait, did you just say giggity?
You don't think.
What is it, Glenn? What's wrong?
My daughter.
Now that's gonna be a tough one for therapy to scrub away. So the father and daughter try to move past that, with Courtney revealing she never knew her mom and wants to know more about her.
Your mom was really thing hanging on the bulletin board behind you.
You clearly knew her well, Glenn. You really are an adjective written on the script. But he does do one good thing and offers to let her live with it.
Hey, my daughter. Make sure you have everything you need.
So Quagmire puts everything into being a girl dad, which I would say makes Peter look bad, but he already does that enough himself.
Yeah, we're going camping. Hey, you and Meg should come with us, Peter. Making a father-daughter bonding weekend.
Oh sure, and we'll just forget you tried to seduce Meg in the past. I'm sure Courtney would have been delighted to have us do.
Illusion shattered! Rise with the sun! Shine down! Not bad! Pyroclastic surge! The end of our legacy.
This is set the woods on fire. Can't giggity your way out of this one.
I promise. We make it out of here. Start again. Deal?
Deal.
Luckily, some firefighters show up to save them just Lois a good time at her high school reunion while not making a move on her, much to Lois's annoyance in the episode The Lois Quagmire. So Lois gets invited to a reunion at her super fancy private high school. Great time.
Peter.
You mean the living embodiment of an overstuffed garbage can? That Peter?
These girls come from old parties, so they can be pretty stuffy and judgmental.
Well, a normal person would just simply not go. But you're not exactly a well-adjusted beacon of normalcy yourself, are you, Lois? When she runs into Quagmire with his big boy job and clean-cut demeanor, she hatches a school reunion plan.
I thought maybe it'd be fun if, I don't know, maybe the two of us went together?
And if you're worried about mixed signals, well, you probably should be.
Yeah, I know he's gonna try and sleep with me, but I'm a big girl and I can handle Quagmire.
Well, as long as none of that comes as a surprise to you, I guess it's okay. Sure, go on a date with your creepy neighbor. So the two arrive at their hotel and the husbandry commences.
Father, no wife of mine carries her own bags.
Crispy Quagmire, surely there's no relationship-ruining intent behind this. When they arrive at their room, they find only a single romantic bed. Classic romance story trope. What the heck? I'm actually rooting for them to get together now.
But don't get any ideas, because nothing is gonna happen.
Spoken like someone who's gonna have something happen between them. Regardless, the two show up and show out, with Quagmire making a great first impression with the ladies.
May I say that you have the boots of an obese woman and the arms of an anorexic?
Illusion shattered! Light it up! Entrap! Full throttle!
One with the force.
There is no escape! Rise with the sun!
Time to shine!
Light of the blazing sun!
Since he gave her everything she asked
Entrap! Keep up.
May I present?
Burn it down! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
One with the force.
There is no escape!
Oh, brilliant!
Pyroclastic surge! Burn it down!
May I present?
Entrap! No more mistakes! Rise with the sun! Light of the blazing sun! Illusion shattered! Burn it down!
One with the force.
Wrath from the sky! Full throttle! Entrap! There is no escape!
Lois takes it upon herself to reintroduce him to the wonderful world of marital relations. And actor Dwayne Johnson takes it upon himself to show us what that would look like. Whoa, can we even show that? That might be too hot for YouTube. It turns out Peter loves that, and he can't wait to do it again.
You ready to have sex?
You bet. Move over so Tiffany and I have room.
What?
Sorry, Peter, but that's not in the rule book. Have you read that thing? It's a bit gratuitous, but still tasteful.
Why the hell would I commit to having sex with one person for the rest of my life?
Because we love each other.
I think all Peter loves is wearing the same outfit every day and doing the nasty. Unfortunately for Lois, this whole faithful and responsible stuff sounds lame to him.
I'm leaving, and I'm taking a kiss with me.
Yeah, these guys are committed to those two aforementioned things Peter kids move into a crummy downtown apartment while Peter lives it up at home like a bachelor.
Look, I don't know, but this is the way man is meant to live.
Surrounded by people 10 years younger than you and turning your house into a beer-bottle recycling plant. If Peter's back on the market, then that means Lois is too. And Quagmire smells blood in the water.
Lois, oh my gosh, hi!
He plays dumb, pretending not to know what's going on when he's actually found his perfect woman to strike. Also, who the heck buys 5 whole hams? What kind of nonsense goes on in that house?
You wanna stop by tomorrow night? I'll whip something up.
Sure, you know that sounds nice, Glenn.
And Sinker. Sinker? I hardly know her! Fishing ponds. So after a nice meal and plenty of wine, Quagmire is liking where this is heading. Or at least where he thinks it's heading.
Well, you're a very sweet friend, and you're so good to listen to us.
Illusion shattered! Rise with the sun!
Can't see?
Pyroclastic surge!
Just leave him the sun.
May I present the World
Enshroud!
Wrath from the sky!
I'll uproot you! One with the force!
Pyroclastic surge!
Enshroud!
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Can't see?
There is no escape!
Time to shine!
Burn it down! Wrath from the sky! No more mistakes!
So Quagmire reveals his love for Lois, but luckily his secret is safe with Ida.
Pocket time me again.
I want Lois. She's perfect. I've loved her for years.
Hey, take this as a PSA to never leave your phone in the seat of your pants. Blood dials have ruined relationships, spread secrets, and probably even toppled entire nations.
Quagmire's in love with my wife?
I mean, for a while there were only like 3 men in the main cast, so it's not like he had a lot of options. Peter decides to bring this newfound info to Brian, the expert in loving Lois, despite being friends with Peter.
Well, I guess it's not that shocking. But he has said 100 times that he wants to bang Lois.
Yeah, but this is love we're talking about. The real body part he wants to give to Lois is actually his heart.
You've gotta be the bigger man. You gotta just keep this to yourself.
Oh, I won't say anything.
It feels like a stealthy way of getting Peter off Brian's own loving Lois trail, doesn't it? So Peter tries to let it go, but he still thinks Quagmire is out to steal Lois from him.
I wasn't sure what people liked, so I got some with seeds on them and some without.
All this talk of seeds and bones has put Peter's brain in a dirty, angry place.
Get the hell away from my wife, you scumbag!
The show begins!
Illusion shattered! Light it up!
One with the force!
Light of the blazing sun!
Enshroud!
There is no escape! Burn it down!
May I present
Illusion shattered!
One with the force!
Try and stop me! Wrath from the sky! force.
Stop that!
There's no escape.
Forget it. I have further questions. Is that a real bass or a fake one? Is something like that legal in the state of Rhode Island? Do you plan to cook it and eat it after? I simultaneously really want to know and also really don't want to know. At least Quagmire knows how to put on a show.
Except I got listed in the House of Mirrors by either one man or 100 identical.
This doesn't sound like a yearly festival. It's a good name, that place. But Quagmire is capable of doing some good, as he did save a woman from having a heart attack after he went through extensive rehabilitation.
Perhaps we could take a walk.
So things start out with Lois coming to pick the guys up.
Hi, boys. Your ice here?
Hey, you just in time. Wart's one ball away from a perfect game.
Maybe they should invite Mort along more often. Yeah, I don't think so either. But with his grandma-like athleticism, Mort does...
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Powerful words from a Q-tip of a man.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go tinkle.
Judging by how Quagmire's face just lit up, I think Lois must have said the magic. But there's nothing unusual here, just an average, gross bowling alley bathroom. Maybe it's just the air conditioning? Or a ghost that haunts the toilets? But no, either one of those would be better than the actual reality.
Would you just sit down and go to the bathroom already?
And judging by that mugshot, Lois must have really given it to him good. Hopefully in one of the rare ways that doesn't turn him off. Hey, what Quagmire was trying to do was get a little lucky with some food too. But this is no time for a giggity. This is serious.
I know an apology is due here, so, Lois, tell Quagmire you're sorry you had him arrested.
I think she's more sorry she didn't make him bite the toilet seat and give him a good stomping.
Well, clearly he thinks you're attractive, Lois. It's a positive thing.
But this sounds like one too many positive things for the women on the street.
We have had it with his disrespect for women. We're petitioning the city to have him removed from the neighborhood.
Big talk for someone who literally sleeps with Glenn 2 episodes later. But I suppose she does make a good case.
Quagmire's a good guy. He's just a little mixed up.
Oh, I guess we're having a chicken fight now? Sure, the actual story can wait another 2.5 minutes.
Give him a chance, yeah?
Alright, but one more incident like the one at the bowling alley and Quagmire is out of this neighborhood.
So Quagmire's pals vow to help him rehabilitate, which is pretty tough considering all he sees is women.
Hey, get out of the way.
Sounds like you just need to remove his eyes. Problem solved. But the guys decide to try something a little more drastic. Something I like to call the guillotine.
Oh god, dead kittens, old nuns, really old nuns.
And after that little exercise, Peter thinks he's ready for the outside world.
Okay, Quagmire, time to take off your training wheels.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
But who knew the mall would be so full of alluring vices? They must have forgotten about those state-issued fountain cheerleaders every mall has.
You want to get our sweaters all wet? Better take them off.
The lustful, arousing embodiments of capitalism proves to be too much for Quagmire, who tries to flee the building but ends up in a sicko's paradise.
This is where we monitor all the dressing rooms in the mall so we can keep an eye out for shoplifters.
But Quagmire spots a woman having a heart attack and dashes over to her to lend a hand. Judging by his reaction, he may have been trying to lend other parts of his body too.
You saved her life. Thank God you know CPR.
What the hell, CPR?
Well, intentional or not, Quagmire is still hailed as a hero and given the key to the city. Which is ironic, because this episode is more proof that women should be locking their doors when they see Quagmire coming their way. And it wouldn't be the last time he'd be a hero, as Quagmire managed to save a plane from a hijacking in the episode Passenger Fatty 7. So Quagmire returns from a trip to Aruba, and the guys learn the magical benefits of having a pilot girlfriend.
Well, airline employees can get discounted tickets for family and close friends.
What? You never done that for us!
Because I have a feeling deep in my soul that Peter is worse to sit next to on a flight than a crying toddler.
Sure, yeah, I could take you somewhere. I'm going to San Francisco next week. You guys want to come?